Fun. Hello. Hi, done my hair purple, bought loads of books because everything is falling apart. Oh, we're having a time. But it's okay. We're gonna deal with it. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up because I have always been very open on here about my health, my physical health, and basically, it's shit. I am having a lot of tests that are quite scary tests. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna get too much into it because we don't know much yet. There is much to be learnt, much to be discovered, much to be found. We're gonna figure out what the situation is. There are some health complications that have arisen and it's a bit shit, and I've spent the last couple of days crying and processing, so I just wanted to say content is going to be a bit more sporadic as the weeks go on and we're figuring things out, and I'm having tests and scans, and I've got an MRI booked to figure out what's going on next. I did film my February Illumicrate unboxing before all of this well, my health is always shit, but before the big stuff sort of kicked in, so that will be coming. I have brown hair in that video, and it was pre-knowledge of what I know now, but it felt weird to just upload that where I'm fine and not kind of address it. The support that I get is really overwhelming, and I always get loads of lovely support on sort of across social media, and everybody's always really nice. And I talk about things, and I joke about my health, and I joke about the way my health is going, and how things are sort of proceeding, and I'm always honest about it. But this is quite big. This is quite scary. I can't talk about it a lot, otherwise I will just cry. Like it's been some days, but it does mean a lot to me to know that everybody is really lovely. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure out what is wrong, and we'll sort it. We'll figure it out. But yeah, content might be not as great. I've also got my Chain of Iron reading vlog up, at which point it shifts and I then have purple hair during the vlog, because there were a couple of days where I just didn't talk about it because I found out shit, and the vlog went to hell, but I like it because it's got like event stuff in it, so I will include it and I'll find a way to salvage it. But thank you guys that have been lovely on social media and other social media, and I'm sorry that there has been sort of a mini couple of, I think it's like 2 weeks that I haven't uploaded since. We'll figure it out. I don't want to cry. I will let you guys know when I know more. That's sort of the worst part at the minute, is that I don't know shit. I just know what it could possibly be that they think it could be, and without an MRI we don't know, and it's very all up in the air and very unknown right now. So I just thought, why not sit on my comfy bed. I've got Pascal who comes with me to every medical appointment. I've got my Grogu blanket, got my Percy Jackson quilt, and comfy plushies and comfy bed and lots of books. So sorry for that really long intro. We're not going to talk about health stuff anymore. We're going to talk about fun books. So when I'm really sad and feeling a bit shit, what I do is I order books. It's like my favourite thing to do. So I thought I'd share some with you. I also was sent some books by publishers, which was very lovely of them. So let's get into it. So actually recently I bought a couple of plays. I want to talk about a lot of like LGBTQIA plays, because I've got quite a few and there's quite a lot that I really enjoy, so I wanted to share them with you, but I'm going to do that as a separate video. But I'll just share with you the two most recent ones that I got. The first one is Angels in America by Tony Kushner, and this was one that played at the National Theatre in London, and it is set in America in the mid 1980s amongst the AIDS crisis and then the Reagan administration and everything going on in America during that time. And it's a very long play, like I think it's like 7 hours in the theatre when you see it, because it's in 2 parts. I'm excited to read it as an actual play as well, and share my thoughts with you guys, because I haven't read it like this. And then I also got Dungeness by Chris Thompson, and the reason why I was aware of this play is because my friend Emily, who I host my podcast with, I have a podcast, it's a Stranger Things podcast, it'll be in the description if you want to go check it out. She took this picture, which is very exciting. This is set in a small town in the UK, and it's a safe house for LGBTQIA plus teens, and it's quite short, as you can see. It's quite little, but it's really nice, and I read it recently, and it's just a really nice kind of little like glimpse into lots of different people and LGBTQIA safe houses and how important they are, and different areas and sort of different families and people of different sexualities. So I really liked this one, so I bought it recently, and when I can see Emily again, I'm going to get her to sign it because I'm an extra bitch. Also got some graphic novels recently, so I got Bingo Love by T. Franklin, Jen Sionde and Joy San, a couple of authors there. I wanted to make sure I read them properly, that's why I looked at it. And this is the relationship between Hazel and Murray, and from the 60s to now, and everything they've had to deal with when it comes to their relationship and discrimination and everything to do with that. So this I read quite recently as well. I think it was really, really cute. Again, it's not that long, but I really loved it. I really loved the way that they explored sexualities and different families, and then like found families and 2 families coming together, and I just thought it was really, really lovely, and this really lovely little story. So another one that I bought recently and read recently. It's been quite a big graphic novel year for me. I've read like majority graphic novels this year, and then I also got On a Sunbeam by Tilly Walden, which I haven't finished yet, but I have started, and I am really liking this one as well. And this is a big found family book, which I love found family as a concept. Like, I am really obsessed with the idea that like you can find these people who genuinely are your family. And I've been thinking a lot recently about love and platonic love, and how important platonic love is, and just how people don't consider it as high up as like romantic love, when actually I think friendship love and found family and platonic love is actually arguably, I mean, not even arguably, it's just as important, sometimes more important in my opinion. So this focuses on Mia, and it's like in space, and she joins the crew of Atkiss, who focus on kind of restoring structures, buildings, that kind of thing. As she kind of gets in with the group and starts to kind of integrate herself, we flash back to her time as a teenager where she was quite rebellious, and then it's kind of her past and present and future and how everything kind of intertwines. And like I said, it's a big found family book, and I'm enjoying it so far, and I can't wait to finish it because I've heard nothing but amazing things. Then obviously Chain of Iron came out. I'm not going to get too much into it. We know I bought Chain of Iron, second book in the Last Hour series, another book in the whole Shadowhunter universe. Got the main one, collector's first edition. Also went to an online event with Cassandra Clare, which was really cool. You know, if it was in person and I could go to actual events, I always go to Cassie signings. The event was really cool. It'll be in my Chain of Iron vlog if you want to check that out. But in that, they sent me this version, which, how fucking beautiful is this? It's Cordelia and James, and absolutely obsessed with it. Like, it's so beautiful. I just had a friend call me, so I'm sorry if the lighting is a little bit different because it's a tiny bit darker. So I was talking about my edition of Chain of Iron. Beautiful edition, obsessed with it, absolutely love it. Then I did a whole unboxing of this, so I will link it down below, so I won't go too much into it. But I also got the Optomony, which is a book that I saw on TikTok at 2 a.m. while high on fentanyl. Like, for disclaimers purposes, it was medically prescribed fentanyl in a hospital in a cannula, we're fine. Octomony, I will link the video below. It's very cool. I want you to see the whole like unboxing of it because it's really cool, but I had to mention it because it was an impulse buy. Cool. Then I was sent biscuits, assorted, which is by Jenny Robbins, and this is set in London, so my fave, and it is all about women, my fave, like various women in various situations and circumstances all across the city, and it's like a graphic novel sort of guide to all of that, and I am so excited to read this book. When the publishers reached out to me and said was I interested, I was like, absolutely yes, get me on that. So I'm going to read it soon. There'll be a review on my website, which is roundtheroad.com, so I'm super excited to delve into this one. I recently got a lot of LGBTQIA plus middle grade books because of books that I wanted to introduce and read to my niece, whose reading ability is quite advanced, so it's really hard. She has the same sort of struggle that I did when I was at school, where I could read quite well, but obviously you have to think about content in regards to age, as in like I read Love Lessons by Jacqueline Wilson when I was like 9, not realizing that, you know, she has an affair with her teacher and like kisses her teacher. I didn't really need to read that at 9, so I got some books that are very diverse books that I want to read to her and want her to read and want to introduce to her, but I'm going to read them first just to make sure the content is all good when it comes to the type of thing like Love Lessons. But she like loved the Prom movie and she loves Love Simon movie, so I got Star-Crossed by Barbara D, and this is a beautiful cover for one. Absolutely love it. And also I just think it's important to buy and talk about LGBTQIA books that are middle grade and that are children's books, because that shouldn't start at like teenage years or adult years. Like this should be something which kids are just constantly aware of and that we're constantly talking about, because kids think about things themselves and we need to draw, you know, it's important that they see themselves in books from the get-go essentially. And this focuses on 13-year-old Matty, who is super excited that the class play is Romeo and Juliet, and Gemma, who is someone in her class, gets cast as Juliet, and she starts to realise that she sees Gemma as more of a friend, and Gemma is amazing and she really likes Gemma. And then something goes wrong and Matty is actually asked to step in for the role of Romeo opposite Gemma's Juliet, and it is everything from there, which hence the star-crossed, because Romeo and Juliet. So I'm super excited to read this one. I think it sounds super cute and I'm really looking forward to it. Then we have Drumroll Please by Lisa Jane Bigelow, and this focuses on Melissa, who only joined the school band really because her friend Olivia did, but it turns out that she really likes playing the drums. And then her and Olivia are going away to camp and she's really looking forward to it, but she finds out that her parents are splitting up and her and Olivia are drifting apart, and she starts to fall for another girl at camp as well, and it's everything from there and her dealing with all of that. Super excited. Again, beautiful cover, and I'm really excited to read this and just delve into it. It just sounds like, again, really cute, but also dealing with some really important things, so I'm super excited for it. Then I got Me and My Dad and the End of the Rainbow by Benjamin Dean. This was actually Waterstone's children's book of the month in February. I think it was February's book of the month, and this focuses on Archie, and he just wants his mum and dad to be happy, but his mum and dad end up getting a divorce and they're keeping a secret from him. And then a really colourful flyer comes out of his dad's pocket and he thinks that that's going to answer everything, and I do believe that his dad is not straight, and it's like that journey, we're waving the pride flag. So I think this will be a really good read, and again focus on some really important things and explore really important things, because it's rare that you sort of see a book where it focuses on the parents sort of realizing things about themselves at a later age, and how you can have your life and then realize that you realize who you are, and there's no limit on realizing who you are and when you realize that. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. A couple of friends are reading it at the minute and they're telling me it's amazing, and I've seen nothing but good things about it online, so I'm looking forward to reading this one too. Then I got Like a Love Story by Abdi Naziman. This is set in 1989 in New York City, so when the AIDS crisis was very much prevalent, very much at a huge peak, and things were really kind of really heightened. We have 3 teenagers. We have Reza, who is Indian. He's just moved to the city and he's worried that people are going to find out that he is gay, because currently the only coverage and discussion about gay people focuses around AIDS. Then we have Judy, who is an aspiring fashion designer, and she loves her uncle who has AIDS, and he is doing lots of campaigning and lots of discussions about it. Like, he kind of devotes his time to activism and speaking up and discussion. And Judy never thinks that she would find romance, and then she finds herself falling for Neza. Then we have Art, who is Judy's best friend, and he kind of documents everything that's going on with the AIDS crisis through photographs. And then him and Reza start to get a lot closer, and Reza's kind of like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say to Judy, and everything from there. So I've heard really, really good things about this. Like, you can see on it, it won Stonewall on a book, and I'm really, really looking forward to delving into it. Then I got The Good Thieves by Catherine Rundell, which is a book that I didn't really know much about, but when I was the other day when I was in the supermarket, I saw this in the book aisle, because I walk down the book aisle when I'm in the supermarket, because books. And this says, I really liked the cover and I thought it looked really cool, and it's a middle grade book again. This is not a middle grade book, this is a middle grade book. When Rita's grandfather is cheated out of everything he owns, she is determined to set things right. So with the help of 3 very unusual children, she puts together a death-defying plan, one that will take them all on a wild adventure across New York City. I'm really excited for this. I think my niece and my nephew would like it as well. I'm gonna read it and see if I enjoy it. I've read Catherine Rundell books before, and I think she's really cool. She's a really good storyteller, and the way that she crafts an adventure story is really good. So I will keep you guys posted. Follow my social media and also my website, where I will post the reviews. So I'm looking forward to it, and I love a book set in New York, because New York is one of my favourite places. So then I got A Dark and Hollow Sky by Ashley Shuttleworth. This is the February Illumicrate book of the month, so I will, when my Illumicrate video goes up, I will link that in the description, but it'll be up in the next couple of days probably. It sounds incredible. The Cruel Prince meets City of Bones in this thrilling urban fantasy set in the magical underworld of Toronto. As a queer cast of characters race to stop a serial killer, his crimes could expose the hidden world of fairies to humans. So it's a queer cast of characters and fae. Literally 2 of my favourite things. Buzzing for this, genuinely so excited. Gonna be my next read, I think, and I am really looking forward to it. And I loved the Illumicrate box of February, so you'll get to see me unbox that when I do. Then I got The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow, and I am doing a buddy read of this with a friend of mine, and I'm really, really looking forward to it, because this sounds really cool, and I've been debating reading it for a long time. It is a chunky hardback boy, and I was talking to my friend, and she was saying as well that she really wanted to read it and was looking at it and debating it, so we decided to get it and do a cute little buddy read, and I'm super excited. So in 1893, there was no such thing as witches. There used to be, but not anymore. So then we have the Eastwood sisters, James, Agnes and Beatrice, and they join the suffragists of New Salem and kind of begin to explore and pursue the hidden words and ways that may turn the women's movement into the witches movement. So very excited about this. We love a book about witches. We love strong, powerful women. Brilliant, buzzing, beautiful book, chunky hardback boy. Absolutely excited for it, and anything that's set in any type of thing. I love witch books. And then finally I have Hall of Smoke by H.M. Long, and this was sent to me by Titan Books. This sounds so good. So it focuses on Hessa, who is a goddess of war, queen, and she has the power to turn an enemy's bones to dust with a single scream. What a power. And she is banished from disobeying her goddess's command to murder a traveller. And she prays for forgiveness, but when she is gone, when she is banished, her town is burnt to the ground by raiders. So Hessa is now alone, and she kind of has to find this traveller and atone for the weakness that she showed by not murdering the traveller. And then like there's loads of clans like coming for her homeland and everything going on, and she's dealing with all of these things, and it just sounds really interesting and really cool, and not like something I've read a lot of. So I'm really looking forward to this. Thank you, Titan Books, for sending it to me. So yes, that was my most recent book haul. I mean, being in quarantine, you know, I'm just dyeing my hair, left, right and centre. In the last couple of months I've had really long hair, and then I had orange hair, and then I cut it, and then I have purple hair, and cut my fringe a bit wonky, and then also I've just been ordering loads of books. So lockdown life. If you guys are new here, I make videos a couple of times a week about books and fandom things, so if you want to stick around and join us, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell. Obviously, like I said, things are going to be a little bit sporadic, so don't expect multiple times a week at the minute, but I will try and get round to as much as possible. And as usual, all the links to my other social medias where you will see more recent updates and things like more often are in the description, so follow me. Twitter's sort of the main place where I tweet just shit, so come on there. And also my Stranger Things podcast is in the description as well. It's called Hawkins Do You Copy, and like I said in this video, I co-host it with my friend Emily, so if you want to come and follow us if you like Stranger Things and just us talking about all things Stranger Things, then come follow us on there as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope we're doing really well, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.